What's up, guys? Before we get started, I just want to thank Shure and Planet World for these amazing Shure MV7 microphones. We do not always talk sense, but when we do it in the highest quality possible. So thank you so much to Shure. Thank you so much to Maurice from planetworld.co.za. If you need anything for home or studio audio, even audio for your car, go check out planetworld.co.za. Now let's get into the episode. Okay. Cool. Laat ek net 'n intro doen. Ek voel altyd so weird om in 'n kamera lens in te kyk. Dit voel vir my asof ek kaal is. Dis baie terrible. Dis hoekom ek net vir jou gaan kyk as ek vra. Maar vir die intro sal ek dit maar doen. Okay. Okay. What's up, guys? Cameron here, and today I am joined by the new EFC Welterweight Champion, Mark Hulme. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Cameron, my brother, thank you for having me. It's a privilege. This new studio that you have is absolutely gorgeous, brother, and I'm honored to be the first one there.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you are the first human guest here. We we took a photo with a bottle brandewijn, a Buffelsfontein, and but it's really cool to have you here and also just set the trend for having more guests on here as well. I want to start off by just telling you we were actually chatting about it. Quiet Mark before the fight is a scary Mark.
That was the calmest I've ever been before fight.
That calm Mark is scary.
Calm
Yeah, that was really just like a first. Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
It was really just super intense. Obviously, your opponent Zico has this. Also, he came out and was advertised as this
Dude,
very strong opponent, and you can feel the aura. It was like all the EFC for me.
I'm just glad I didn't see him tear down and clenching on his jaw and his titties bouncing. I watched that afterwards and I got a little bit anxious. I was like, hey, I already beat this. I will be on swear words.
Yeah.
I already beat this fuck. Now I'm being anxious watching him. Like, looks like he's gonna fucking exorcist me or something. That was mad.
Yeah, it
was mad.
It was really insane. I think it was also due to he had a very long walkout as well. And I think you were just like pacing up and down. I was in your corner, but the energy in the building was way different than any other event I can remember in the recent years.
Electrifying.
And I do think it's just because of the intensity both you guys brought to the table.
There's so much, like everything you said. I've got so much to talk about. That intensity before the fight. That was something new to me, not being emotional, not like fighting with emotions. And it's something that I've actually been working on, getting into the flow state and using alternative tools to allow myself to get into that competitive flow state without using emotions. I spoke to JT. I spoke to JT after the fight about that, where it's one thing getting yourself charged up to fight. Like, that's a whole nother thing, because there is some emotion involved, but then the flow state is something completely different. Yeah. And I think that night was just a perfect mix of the two. And then with the crowd, I've never felt so embraced. I've never felt so loved. It was just something to write home about, and truly, truly thankful for the whole experience.
That's really awesome. What would you say what is your key almost to tick points you need to cross over to get into that flow state? Because I think for every athlete it is quite different. I think some guys are basically forced into it by a lot of pressure, but it didn't look. You looked super calculated from the warm up right through the fight. What do you think the steps are?
Like I've formed a little process building up through the weeks. A lot of meditation.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of guided meditation. And then, I'm a big advocate for this, but a lot of people say it's like pseudoscience, binaural beats. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yes, I have.
So the basic, for the people that don't know, the basic science of it is, we as humans, we function on I think 5 different wavelengths. Like beta, I might get them wrong, but like beta might be when you sleep. coda, whatever, and then alpha is your flow state. Alpha state is when you perform.
Yeah.
So a big routine for me is daily manifestations, meditation, and then playing with those alpha waves.
Yeah.
To just kind of get the mind ready to perform.
Yeah.
And the biggest trick was we train in the mornings. So it's so lovely. You wake up, you have your little set routine. 9 o'clock, you're on the mat, you're ready to go, you bang it out. But now we're fighting 9 o'clock at night. So fight day was something I'm so grateful for. Our coach, Morne Visser, the whole week leading up, he's just telling me, calm, are you calm? Breathe, calm, keep your heart rate down, just relax. And that's something I've never had, and that's something that I truly took to heart. So fight day, I woke up, was like any other day. I had my breakfast, I chilled, I came in for a power-up session, went back home, had a nap, just really super chilled. And then 5 o'clock, it was like, okay, it's time to work. I went to my book, I wrote down my game plan, exactly what I want to do, exactly how I want to perform. Went upstairs, I did my meditation, I put my alpha beats on all the way till I got there. And then another big thing is, like what I learned, I don't like to be enclosed when I'm about to perform, in the sense of like you want to take in the atmosphere, you want to hear all the noise, the people, all of that. So I had to time that perfectly. And I think when I walked in there, it was like a completely different experience, because everyone wants to greet you, everyone's like so excited, and there's just no emotion really from my side. And it's like, hey, what's up? Okay, cheers. Bye.
Yes.
And you go on to the next one until the hands got wrapped.
Yeah.
And then when the warm-up started, it was like insane.
It's really cool because the whole fight week, it's almost like you had something to do the whole time. It's like, okay, we have to start the routine. We have to do the daily affirmations. So I think by the time you get to the fight, it's also like you didn't actually have a lot of time to worry about the fight because you had so much stuff to do before that.
100%.
And I think that also helps a lot to perform. And it's really amazing to see how every fighter has that recipe. Like, I don't like listening to music with earphones before a fight because I want to hear my training partners talk smack with each other. And I want to, hear coach yell at someone.
I've seen you take a nap like moments before a fight, just like cuddled up there taking a nap. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's actually, so the last fight, I actually fell asleep for about an hour, just over an hour. And since I read the Rocky Marciano book, he always fell asleep before his fights. And then since I read that book, I was just like, I'm gonna start napping. Yeah. So I think it's also just the nerves. I'm nervous, and then I'm like, let me just try.
Dude, I don't know how you sleep when you're nervous. Like, I would catch myself before the fight, like running through it. I'm trying to nap or sleep or something, and then like my arm tenses up. I'm like, I'm trying to sleep, like relax. And then before
and that heart rate goes through the roof. Yeah.
Yes.
How was this camp different to previous camps in terms of preparation? I think you knew who you're going to fight, and there weren't like sudden changes in opponents. What was different in this camp specifically other than the previous ones?
I don't feel like, obviously training changes through the year. Training changes. I don't feel like so much the training changed in the sense of like it might have changed a bit. We might have did more of this or more of that.
Yeah.
But one thing that I believe made a truly phenomenal change is I started checking my heart rate variable.
Okay.
I started listening to my body. I started focusing. I always thought you have to, if I wasn't drained physically, emotionally, like just everything sucked out of me at the end of the day, I didn't do my job, which is wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's been years. I have been doing my job, and now it's about getting to the fight. Yeah. And I think that was a big thing in this camp, a big thing for myself, and that I iterated to people. I just need to get there. Like, if I have to sacrifice a session because I've got staff or I've got a little niggle or whatever, I'm willing to do that in my head. I can accept that's not going to change anything. It will change something if I do the session and I don't get to the fight. But if I have to sit one out to get to the fight,
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. And I
Yeah.
feel that was a very, very big leap for me. And it showed a lot of maturity to actually take a step back and not want to go 100%
Yeah.
until the fight and like almost break myself in the process.
Yeah, that's also, I think, with a lot of athletes, or especially successful athletes, they really want to push into that red zone constantly.
Yes.
And especially, I think Team CIT is quite famous for the hard training. So
Let me tell you, double distance is no joke.
Yeah.
Like double distance was way harder than any fight you could ever imagine. For the people who don't know what double distance is, if you're fighting 25 minutes, you better believe your last sparring session you're going 50 minutes with a fresh guy every 2 minutes.
And in your defense, yours was not double distance. That was like, I don't know how we can do the math on that, but it just did not make sense. I think your first round was like 24 minutes, if I remember correctly. One 24-minute round, every two to 2.5 minutes, a fresh guy.
I will tell you though, that is where I realized the power of the flow state. And I'm speaking about it like it's something incredible, because it's something that like you might know about, but until you experience it in that kind of environment, it's like a drug. It's super addictive, where like 24 minutes non-stop fresh guy every 2 minutes. There's no time to think.
Yeah.
And I think that's been also a big thing in my career. Is my mind is always so active. Like even now I'm busy training, even though it's high stakes, I'll still be thinking about stupid shits in my head. Like, and that was the first time where I was really like, I went so much in my girl, like, babe, holy shit, you don't understand. I discovered something.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think, so there's a great book, The Rise of Superman. And it's all about these adventure sports athletes in search of the flow state. And obviously it's like super dangerous sport. So it's like these guys are doing triple backflips with skateboards and breaking ankles. It's these guys that wind, wind kites, those little wind things.
No, that's disgusting.
The Red Bull stuff, it's all that, and how they are constantly on the chase for that flow state. And after reading the book, sometimes I can also feel it in training.
Yes,
you can feel like there's like a weird dynamic. Everyone is just flowing. I get goosebumps. Like everyone flows so well. Everyone is understanding their job. Everyone is so in it, and obviously looking for to win in training.
Yeah.
And then I look at the group and I'm like, man, this is sick. And this is where the progression happens in the team as well. It's like that is awesome.
What you're talking about, I've kind of just myself dubbed it as the dual flow state.
Yeah.
So like, I think it was that fight, Blokovic versus Ankalaev. There was no flow.
Yeah,
from neither of them. That was just like a shit show.
Yeah.
But then, yes, I feel like even if we take your fight, your last fight, Drika's last fight, it brings this kind of excitement to a fight when both guys show up and both guys are in that flow state, and it's like there's electrifying, terrifying, violent dance, extremely high stakes, and I think that is something that you definitely get addicted to.
And I think back to double distance, I think that forces you to. It forces, like, if you are gonna try and fight it, it's really hard to see you survive without just
I can't imagine.
accepting. You have to accept. Listen, you're gonna get your ass kicked for at least an hour now. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
You just need to try and make the best of the situation and really just go out there and try it. Sometimes I saw like you are basically finishing this guy, and then the next guy's on your back, and while he's pulling you off, you're still trying to hit this one.
That was like a cheating tactic, especially if I've got a good grip on the guy and the next guy jumps on me. It's like, well, he can't really do much if this guy's covering my front. So like, pull me off, but he's still holding on, and eventually I get like, let's face the real shit.
So we're gonna start calling you cheap shot Chad. So just like landing punches. But yeah, that's really, it's great to see also just like during this camp, there was a lot of adversity as well. I think people sometimes think that it's very smooth sailing, when it's not, especially injuries, illness. I know I get sick every single camp.
Yeah.
It's not even a secret anymore. Everyone is like, don't tell people you get sick. But the reality is you put your body under a lot of strain.
2 weeks before the fight, I promise you, I thought I was facing death. Like, I haven't felt that shit in long. I think it was like Saturday, went to bed. Sunday morning, 2-3 o'clock, I wake up. But you know that cold shiver, Maru? I jump out of bed. Like, we don't have a blanket on the bed. It's still kind of summer.
Yeah.
Jump out of the bed, go check. I don't see a blanket. Somewhere I rick something out of the cupboard. Get back in bed. My girlfriend's like just leave me.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch me.
Yeah. And it's like you're cold, but you're sweating as well. So.
Yeah, sopping wet. And that, like, dude, I haven't slept that much in years. I think it went from Saturday night when I went to bed till Sunday, like 3 o'clock the next afternoon. Yeah. Just in bed, sleeping, sweating. You know the thoughts that go through your head.
Of course.
I'm dying. How am I supposed to fight in 2 weeks?
That's also a scary thought, especially getting sick. You're like, man, I'm gonna be fist fighting someone, probably in front of millions watching. You want to be in tip-top shape. You preferably do not want to have staph. I've had staph 3 weeks before a fight. I've tested positive for COVID a few weeks before a fight. Yes. That's quite new information, but it's just like it is scary. And then your mind starts playing tricks on you. It's like, man, do you think is this your timing? Do you think this is now? And it's really cool to see that you really persevered through that, which is awesome. Talking about perseverance, man, I really want to chat to you about this. And I think you are by this stage quite tired of chatting about this. But walking from Pretoria to Cape Town.
Yeah, dude. Great, like crazy times. I was actually thinking about that today. I don't speak about it as often as you would think, because to me that was so naturally, like, just like I can't sit still, I can't do nothing, and there was just nothing was happening, and I needed answers. I needed to know, like, where, like, what's the next step in the journey, and I couldn't think of any other way than to go meet God on a mountain in Cape Town that I've walked to. So dude, like, I think it came about in like a week where I was like, I'm doing this. Okay.
So the thought came, I'm walking to Cape Town. Not only that, I'm gonna climb. We'll chat about the peaks you climbed there as well, but from the first thought of, maybe I must walk to Cape. Like, how did this happen?
The first thought, I'm at my sister's place. So I'm like, yes, dude. And like, bear in mind, like, at this stage, like, I've got nothing. I've got fuck all in life. I don't have direction. I've just been through a year or two of injuries.
Yes.
Like, fights not happening. Just like a lost sheep. And I'm looking for answers because, dude, I love fighting so much. Like, I can't imagine doing anything. Like, if fighting gets taken from me, I wouldn't know what else to go do. Like, that's kind of my dilemma. And I'm sitting by my sister and I'm like, sis, like, I need to go meet God somewhere, like on a mountain. And she's like, well, there's a mountain in Cape Town. I'm like, okay, so there's a mountain in Cape Town.
So your first thought was like, no, I'm not going to fly to Cape Town and just climb the mountain. I'm going to be walking to Cape Town and then climb that mountain.
Like realistically, the situation is like, it's lockdown, dude.
Okay.
There's no flights. No one is allowed to cross the borders.
Yes.
Like, this is like Mission Impossible. I don't even know if it's possible. Like, you can physically walk there, but can you cross all the grense?
Yes.
So I'm like, I think I'm going to walk to Cape Town. She's like, oh, shit, dude. Like, that's crazy. I'm like, whoa, what else can I do?
Yeah.
Like, really, what else can I do? Next moment, I tune the next person. They give me a bag. I tune the next person. They give me a tent. A week later, my mom's like, can I please buy you shoes? I'm like, no, mom. My running shoes are fine. I'm going to walk to Cape Town in my...
the boots.
No, my mom's like, she wants to buy me boots, and I'm like, no, I've got tackies, I'm good. Like, I don't need more than I have. Like, I've got everything. 24 hours later, I was crying. Like, you can't walk far in running shoes. Really, you can't.
Yeah, I think your mom knew that as well.
Yeah, look, my mom always thinks I've been one. I need to feel. Like, no one can tell me.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, hey, you're going to hurt yourself down there. No, let me go check.
Yeah, that stovetop is hot.
Yeah. Yeah, so a week later, I had my backpack. I had my tackies.
Yeah.
I had like 3 pairs of shorts, 3 pairs of shirts, underwear, and like 2-3 days worth of food. Yeah. Emergency supply.
Okay.
So I started walking. I actually started in Joburg, like not like too far from Monte Casino. So like, you know, like imagine you trotting through there, Monte Casino vibe, like you got a whole big backpack. You're like, hey dude, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking to Cape Town, dude. Like, are you mad? You're not walking to Cape Town. It's like, yeah, I am. Like, yeah, sure, man. We'll check it tomorrow. Get out of here. So it was a long first day, man, and like I had the opportunity because I knew first night I'm gonna sleep somewhere like close to Soweto, like basically.
So it was quite planned out. Did you plan?
Dude, here's the plan. GPS.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a location there called Diaz Beach. I don't know how I came to it, but it's basically where the 2 currents meet.
Yes.
So hot and cold water.
That's in Mossel Bay, right? Yeah, Mossel Bay. Okay. Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah, so Diaz, literally I opened this is how I got it. I opened the maps, zoomed in, checked like almost like the southernmost peak that I could find. Yeah. Checked, no, there's no beach there. Went up a little bit, checked Diaz Beach.
Okay.
That's perfect. I want to finish on the beach. Click, pin, walk, start.
What did your app say? Like how many days?
Dude, it was like it's quite deceiving because it says like
105.
No. Because they're assholes. They don't account that humans need sleep. So it's like, it says like you can walk it in something stupid like 10 days.
Oh, straight.
But like you're gonna be whipped from behind if you dare stop. So that was number one deceiving. I think
when you open the app and it said 10 days, you're like,
I was like, I got this. Why are people even stressing? Like it was something stupid like 1,480 something. So
that is insane. Okay, so the first night you had to sleep close to Soweto as well. So for all the international fans, you know, Soweto is like this amazing part of our country. White sandy beaches, Manchester. It's like basically Beverly Hills with a beach.
Except 3 o'clock in the morning, you can hear gunshots. Yeah. If you at my particular bush, people would come collect wood there, so you'd have to plot if you're going to fight them off. Or you're going to tune them, hey, Boots, this might be your sleeping space, but tonight I'm occupying it. I don't care that your shit's lying all over here. I've already scooped my fucking shit aside. It was wild, bro. So like knowing you're gonna sleep, Soweto's not a place anyone ever wants to go to. Like if you're coming from overseas, don't book accommodation in Soweto, right?
Yeah, 100%. Please don't do that. And also, you preferably do not want to sleep outside.
Like anywhere in South Africa, really, you don't want to sleep outside, but especially Soweto.
So how long did the whole trip take you?
Dude, it was 50 days. 50 days to get to Diaz Beach. 50 long, grueling, like sadistic days. I think there was one stage. So first day I walked, and I'm speaking roughly, but first day I walked 38 kilometers.
I'm just gonna put that on. No. It's just
so first day I walked roughly 38 kilometers. At which end it got real, like it really got real. I walked past Monty, out on like this road, up through Roodepoort, up in the mountain, and by this stage I'm like, I didn't plan where I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep next to the road. Like I sleep where I fall at night. Like that's my idea. Yeah. And 5:30, 6 o'clock when the sun's starting to set, I end up in a township. Like, this whole day I've been walking through like kind of posh, nice, niche places.
Yeah.
5:30, 6 o'clock, I walk through like CBD township.
Oh,
Like,
snap.
so I remember one guy coming to me, like, give me money. I'm just like, hey, my bro, I don't have fuck all. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
He walks on, I take a corner. So I think, okay, if I take a corner, maybe it looks better. I saw a field on the map. I take a corner and my heart drops. It's like a highway. There's nothing. Like, I'm not going to be able to walk another 2 hours. It's getting dark.
Yeah.
And as I look over, there's a field across the road. And it's a bush. It's like circular like this.
Yeah.
And I skim. It looks hollow on the inside.
Oh.
So, but now there's people walking across this, entering.
Yeah.
It's like literally on the border, my bro. So like, as I walk across to it, in a moment, there's just no one observing me, no one watching me. I slip into the bush. I'm like, what am I doing, dude? I checked. There's just shit everywhere. Human shit, not animal shit. Human shit. I start whacking those fuckers out of the way. Like, I dropped my bag. It's so heavy, dude. I dropped my bag. Like, imagine packing canned food on a hike, bro. Like, because you don't know what you would. I mean, okay. So I dropped my bag. I take my tent out. I lay it out.
Yeah.
I sit on my tent. I had like half a loaf of sourdough bread and some livers that I got at the last shop. I chow it. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm in Soweto.
And this is day one.
This is day one. I'm in Soweto. I'm like barely finished chowing my thing. There's an okay gathering wood at my bush. Like, honestly, I'm thinking to myself, if this is his bush, he's gonna have to fight me for it tonight. Like, honestly, I don't have anywhere else to go. I tuck myself in, sunset, promise, 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Quah, quah, quah. Not at me, but in the proximity.
Yeah.
Check, okay, no, everything's fine. No one's trying to steal my shoes here. Okay, sun comes up, like early, bags packed. Let's march.
I must think, like, after a first day like that, I think, like, that's quite tough. Because you're like, man, an Uber back home is like 30 minutes.
Dude, there's no home at this stage, right?
Okay.
So there's no home. This is like there's a story in the Bible. One of the, I don't want to lie to you, I think it's Jacob. He wrestled the angel. He wrestled the angel because he wanted answers. This is me, like, wrestling an angel to say, like, I want answers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're going to take fighting from me, give me something else. Because I don't know what it is and it's not coming. And I am impatient, you know, like, I'm not pretending to be a victim here. Like, I'm someone, like, I want to see results now. And it's something that I've had to work on as well. But, yes, okay, sorry, I hijacked.
Yeah, no, but it's. I must also think that, like, after a hectic first night like that, it's like, man, if I can get through this, the mental type of capacity it has to take of, like, I survived in a township, gunshots. There are people just like, this is maybe someone's bush.
Dude.
After that, it must have been also a kind of like a win for you in that sense of, like, starting day 2, you're alive. You know,
100%. I don't think it could have gotten worse.
Yeah, that's a rock bottom is a great foundation to build on. You know,
100%. So I wake up that next morning, and honestly, all I can think is coffee. Like, I didn't really sleep. You know, like, you're so on edge. You close your eyes, you hear everything, but you don't sleep. So I'm walking down the street, but it's still like pretty dodgy, and I'm sure I smelled coffee.
Yeah.
I checked down the road, taxi rang, like, going deeper into the township. Schema go, I need coffee. Like, go. That's the only thing that's gonna kind of make my day better. So I walk in there, it's all like Madala, all Bali opens his window, tunes. Hey, you know where you are? I look at him, I'm like, no, I don't. It's dangerous here. You know, I'm just looking for coffee. Looks at me. See that blue place? Yes. Across from it. I'm like, fucking okay, thank you. Run there. There's like little kids on a bucky shouting, yay! Shouting at me, trying to get my attention. I'm just like, this is crazy. I'm pulling so much attention to myself. Get to this, like, you know, those little gypsy looking caravans. Free coffee, papa.
Beautiful.
Like $10.
Yeah.
4 scoops of coffee. 4 scoops of sugar.
Yeah.
Chinna, where can I get water? There's the tap there in the middle of the field to go there. And I'm like hesitant packing my bag.
Yeah.
With the minimal shit that I have,
Yeah.
but still, fill my water, get my coffee. I'm out of here, boys.
That's
Like
crazy.
That, yes, yeah.
And then about 49 days later, you ended up. Did you go to Diaz Beach?
I went to Diaz Beach. So at that stage, it was formality. So basically, like a super long journey. I started averaging between 40 and 50 Ks a day. From it was like, but you just build up the stamina. You've got nothing to do but walk.
Okay.
From Sutherland to Wellington, and we can check the kilometers.
Can you quickly check Sutherland?
Let's check this. So I can
Sutherland to Wellington. So
Sutherland to Wellington should be, if I'm correct, around about 500.
Sutherland
to Wellington.
Yeah.
Wellington. Yes.
Click the walking. Can you click the walking one?
I'm gonna check walking now. Well, it says unavailable.
It's just gonna say Murfar.
Murfar.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's from Sutherland to Wellington.
Yeah.
Then from Wellington to Durbanville. Now it was long ago, so I don't want to lie about the math, but so from Sutherland to Wellington, and Wellington was like a place where I needed to rest, man. Like, like your body, it takes a toll. So your daily routine looks like 5:30, 6 o'clock, sun starts to set.
Yeah.
You look on the horizon, where's a lacquer tree, like like a short fence you can jump just so you're like off the road.
Yeah.
Put up your tent, whatever you have to chow, you chow that, sleep. Next morning, as soon as the sun's up or the first cars. Have you ever heard a truck on the highway?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
scary.
that's a
yeah,
so scary.
That's what a way to wake up every morning. That's
Dude, yes. But yeah, so then first light, you wake up, whatever water you have, sip a little bit, nurture it. If you have something to chow it, back up, and then like my basic rule of thumb was 2 hours or 10 kilometers.
Okay.
Quick break, then you go again. You do 5 of those, it's about 50 Ks.
Wow.
So now the point from Sutherland to Wellington was a good few days walk. Like I don't want to lie now. Get to Wellington, like I'm dead, bro. The security guard, like a white security guard, he's like, no, you can't sleep here on the street. I'm like, my bro, dude, it's been like 40 days. It's like, no, you're coming to sleep with me. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, thank you. We walk. Basically walk out of town again through the graveyard. He turns to me, just one thing I want to tell you. I'm married to a colored. So, like, I mean, you can't insult the guy, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, dude, you do you. Like, honestly, I don't care. You, like,
of course.
You giving me a place to sleep tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
We exit the town. We enter the township called Smarty Town. It's a colored township.
Okay.
So, dude, colors are scary. I'm walking in there with his other white oak, and he's like, if anyone else, just tuning me, my cousin.
Okay.
I'm like, sure, guys.
But the math doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Like, you can see there's a big difference.
Okay.
Dude, we go, like, now I'm like, I'm just praying it's a house. So we walk up to our house, but then we, like, kind of slip past the 4 dogs.
Yeah.
Bones, like, showing. Like, it's bad, bro. Off to the side, and there's a Wendy, my bro, like, if we cut the room from here to that end, and like maybe here, that's how big the Wendy is. Him, his wife, a 3-year-old kid. So the layout is a single double bed, like this. Right next to it is like a TV stand, barely enough space to move past.
Yeah.
At the feet is another stand with a 2-plate stove.
Wow.
My
they still invited you.
They invite me, they cook for me. They feed me. They clear the bed, the top bunk bed. They put me there for the night. Like,
that's like amazing.
I also checked them do some crazy hardcore drugs. But They were kind. They were kind.
They were very
I mean,
nice.
you don't judge. You don't judge when someone feeds you and puts you up. You don't judge them. You do you, boo. Man,
Boys,
yes.
that's definitely a clip. We're definitely gonna clip that. Now you get what was the feeling like getting to the beach that first time?
Honestly. So through Wellington, I made it to Durbanville. There I had a family member. So I could really just sleep in a proper bed, chow some food, and I think the beach was like 2 or 3 days walk away. And it was so crazy, the shift going from, Sutherland, Free State, like places that, dude, it's farm. There's no one.
Yeah.
Like if one person passes you a day, it's a lot. I haven't even talked about the 3-day stretch I walked through in the beginning. Big ass sign shooting warning China under 24-hour surveillance with like a heavy not a windmill, like windmill, a windmill.
Yeah, like a wind farm. Is it like a farm?
Dude, I don't know what it was, but for 3 days there were no humans. There were no humans. Like China's tuning me like, hey, watch your back, we're watching you. And then for 3 days I didn't see shit. But okay, I'm veering off now. So, dude, I got to Durbanville, 3 days left to Diaz Beach, and it was honestly, I had experienced, like, I hadn't gotten any answers, but I feel a big part of me was satisfied with the journey.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of started living at a pace where it was like, like, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful in every moment. Like, it is a journey. Life is a journey. It isn't always pleasant. But, like, if you're gonna torment yourself because things aren't going your way, it's not gonna get better. But I thoroughly enjoyed every single moment of this trip.
Yeah.
So, like, about 3 days from it, I really... Man, it was formalities going to the beach.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I would have this magical revelation and, like, life would just change. And it didn't. And I kind of knew it wouldn't, but I still had to finish on the beach. There was, like, week two, I made a promise to, like, this is still one of my favorite, like, testimonies, I want to say. Man, week 2, I'm broken. I'm broken, I'm sore. Like, you're just carrying on because you said you were going to do it. But if you could, you would turn back. And again, late afternoon, I'm in the Free State. This particular place is like, there's like sand dunes almost, like between the fence and the farm. And, bro, I'm so tired. And it's about like, there's still like an hour and a half of sunlight left, but I'm over it, dude. Like, someone gave me a box of grapes and a chocolate, so like that's my dinner for the evening. I'm pulling amps. I walk over the sand dune, more sand. Pitching a tent in like beach sand. It's not lacquer. So I check the situation and I'm like getting negative, and I see like in the horizon, there's not a lot of trees in the Free State at all.
Yes.
So I see in the horizon, hey, there's like a little tree line, and I see, like, I think I can make it.
Yeah.
And I jump back over the sand dune, and as I start walking, like, I don't know how to describe it, like, not physical hearing, but like definitely a tangible voice tunes me, like, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm like, okay, I trust you, God. I trust you. And I'm like speed walking. I get there. Everyone's like busy jumping in their cars, heading home. Walking to the gate. I go to the foreman. I'm like, hey, who's the boss? Can I maybe camp in your trees tonight? And he's like, no, I can't say yes or no. I'm not the boss. I'm like, okay, where's the boss? He says, no, he left. I'm like, okay, can I have a phone number, please?
Yeah.
He's like, here's the phone number. I try phone, nothing. He tries phone, nothing. Send a message like, hey, I'm walking to Cape Town. Can I please sleep in your bushes tonight? Like, I just don't want to be on the street.
Like you do. Yeah.
We've all gotten that text.
Yeah.
No reply, dude. And the sun is like, I got there when it was still relatively light. Now the sun's already disappeared behind the horizon. The sky is purple. And I'm getting so negative. I heard this voice say, trust me, and I'm going to sleep on the fucking road tonight, dude. And the foreman's like, like, I can't do anything for you, bro. You have to kind of get out of here now. And as I pick up my bag, my phone rings, and it's the farmer. And he's like, hey, I got your message. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, well, look, I'm walking this road. I'm trusting that I'm going to figure out what my future is. And I just want to sleep in your tree line. Like, nothing. I'm not really requesting anything. I would have jumped your fence, but there was people.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's going to be cold. And I'm like, look, I've faced worse.
Yeah.
Really just... if you can just say yes, I may sleep there. It's like, okay, cool, you can sleep there. But now I'm pissed off, man. It's already dark. I have to pitch my tent in the dark. So I start walking there. And so the tree line was like 200 meters away. And I'm about 50 meters away now. And I'm checking, like, it's not a blacker tree line. Like, it's thorns and it's bushy. So as I get there, my phone rings again. It's the farmer. I'm like, okay, hello. Jeans, hey. I tuned my guys to come pick you up. As he says that, they pull in next to me. It looks like they've organized a big party. They're like, come. I'm like, okay, like, what's going on? He's like, no, there's a house up in the farm. We're going to put you up for the night. There's no one there. Like, there's no sheeting or anything. But please, go sleep in the house, sleep in a bed.
Wow.
I'll come tomorrow morning. I'll meet you, and then I'll send you on your way. So I was, like, taken back by that gesture. Obviously, they took me up to the farm. Gave me the keys. I could sleep in the bed. I charged my grapes and my chocolate for dinner.
Yeah.
So grateful. Woke up next to the river the next morning.
Wow.
Farmer came, greeted me. We had a coffee and a little bit of a chat. And he told me a story. So he told me a story of how he somehow ended up in a taxi rank and how they were actually quite hospitable towards him and got him to where he was going. And then he asked me a question. He said, I want you to make me a promise. When you get to Cape Town, you must tell me, like, is there hope? Is there hope for South Africa?
Yeah.
And this was like week 2. So I told him, look, I've slept next to the road. I've slept in townships. It's only week 2, but I've experienced nothing but positivity from people. I think people are good in this country, and I believe there's hope, but I promise you, when I get there, I will phone you.
Yeah.
So the day I walked onto the beach first, I got lost. It's like a whole nature reserve, enclosed area. As I walked onto the beach, I phoned him, Chimbali, I'm here, I made it.
Yeah.
I can tell you there's hope. Like,
There's
hope.
Man,
like, people are good.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, people are good, man. Imagine 50 days on the road, no incidents, no negativity. People stopped all the time to give me, like, snacks and drinks, and people invited me to their houses. Like,
wow.
Truly a humbling experience.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think it's to go through, that is a lot of adversity, firstly, for yourself to go through. And I think you start, like you said, if you don't see human life for 3 days, the only person you have to chat to is yourself. Yeah. So I think there is a lot of room to not only have conversations with yourself, but also ask yourself hard questions. And I think then you need to start having answers for that, and sometimes it might take a few minutes, sometimes it can take a few days, but that is absolutely insane. Now you got there, but then your work you were like, let me walk some more.
So this is an old dear friend of mine, Christo Boshoff.
Yeah,
dude. It's like, imagine you go to your friend, you're like, hey dude, I'm thinking of walking to Cape Town. I thought it was crazy. Like, fucking, I've never walked that far in my life. I didn't know what to expect. And he's like, you know what would make it even cooler? The 13 Peaks Challenge. I'm like, yo, that sounds damn cool. I'll check it out tonight.
So Gila is just like, he's a massive hiker.
Yeah.
So
dude, I went home, I googled it, I phoned him right back. I'm like, are you mad? Like, is it not enough walking to Cape Town? Now you want me to do another 100 kilometers? He's like, well, it will be cool for the story. I'm like, well, okay, you've got a point.
So when you started the journey, did you decide then you're gonna do it, or is it first when you got to Diaz Beach that you decided, okay, let me?
No, I tuned him. It's good. We're doing it. We're doing it right off the bat. We also still debated, like, should I record it? Should I not record it?
Yeah.
But it was such an intimate journey. Like, it wasn't, if I do something like that now, I'd be recording it and I'd be, living it up a little bit and like doing it more for the fame. That was something completely different.
Yeah.
It wasn't to get any sort of fame or any sort of recognition.
Yes.
It was to get purpose and to get that like drive back.
Yeah.
So dude, getting to Diaz Beach, do you want me to go into the 13 peaks?
Just especially just some of, I can't imagine. Did you get to Diaz Beach and you just decided, like my feet don't hurt enough? It's just like so weird. Did you just think, okay, maybe you can delve into this mentality a little bit more?
No, so like, because I did commit to it before I walked.
So you wrote that contract with yourself.
Yeah,
You're like,
walk
I'm
to
doing
Cape
it.
Town, 13 peaks, then we're done.
Yeah.
Not before. And remember, the whole purpose of the journey was to meet God on the mountain.
Oh, and you haven't found a mountain yet.
You
Okay.
see, so now the 13 peaks, the perfect opportunity to meet God on the mountain. Now with this whole walk, I kind of gathered like I think every peak I prayed for someone, like one I prayed for the country, one I prayed for like people who've helped me, one I prayed for this, one I prayed like, and then the 13th peak, which was evidently Devil's Peak, was now where I had to pray for myself.
Wow.
Dude, and I can't explain to you, dude. That was crazy. So, the previous 2 days, I almost quit, dude.
Yeah.
I almost quit. Like, day 3, literally the day I finished it, I almost quit. I woke up, my knee was bust. I had a swollen knee like this.
Yeah.
My phone was dead. You're using the GPS to navigate through the mountains.
Yeah.
So, my GPS is gone. My knee is bust. Like, food supply is short. I could never have expected, naively, I thought I would just do it one go, like maybe 24 hours, no sleep. But
much harder than that.
Dude, it was tough, bro. It was tough. Like after walking the whole first day, I ended up on this like little lion's head. Like they literally called it like Klein Leeuwkop.
Yeah.
Bro, and this place is in fence. Like there's fences around it. Right?
Yeah,
So,
isn't it like a reserve? It's
yeah,
like quite...
yeah.
It's like guarded. You're actually not supposed to go there.
Yes,
Okay.
but now my map literally takes me through a tunnel through the bushes, bro.
Okay.
Next moment, I'm at the bottom of this fucking little peak. Like, it's really small, dude. Like, I'm like, okay, let me just quickly run up here, carry on. Bro, I'm about a third of the way up. I check these eyes looking at me, dude. Cat's eyes, dude. But like, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just like,
this
you do crazy shit, bro.
Wait, this is in the dark, right?
This is in the dark. So it's my first evening. I think it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I've been walking since 9:30. Like,
Yes.
it's like going on 12 hours. These eyes are peeking at me, bro. And okay, so I chase it. Like I was scary, dude. I tell you, this thing was scared of me. Then I lose the track somehow. Then I don't know what happened to my phone. I'm trying to conserve energy.
Yeah.
So I scheme, okay, now I'm about 2/3 of the way up. Let me put my bag here and come back for it. In the dark, dude. I'm putting my bag here on this rock. I'm off the beaten track, so I'm gonna just run up quickly because this bag is heavy. As I put my bag back, those eyes are back.
Oh, snap.
I scare the shit out of that thing. The most manly stare you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, 100%.
Run up to the top. I say my prayer. I come down. I can't find my bag, dude.
Oh.
I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Eventually, I find my bag. It's almost all too much.
Yeah, I can imagine that. That's a lot.
The cherry on the cake, and this is honestly like naively of me. I thought I would do this in fasting. So I thought I would finish 100 kilometers without trying, but it got to me. So I said, okay, let me take a nap, sleep, wake up. So now day 2, I wake up in the enclosure, like panicking a little bit. How am I gonna get out?
Yeah.
There's a button by the gate. I press the button to open the gate.
Just like without saying
like,
anything.
like, bro, I'm panicking. Like, I slept under the stars. I didn't pack my tent because I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna finish it in one go.
Yeah.
There's a button. I press the button to open the gate. I'm gone.
Oh,
Like,
great. Yeah.
like done. Easy. Never looked back on that moment.
It was probably that cat that opened. for you.
Dude, we had a moment. We honestly had a moment. Quickly brushed through day 2, just like a lot of walking, a lot of climbing. End of day 2, and it's like you literally go around Cape Town. So if you know where Signal Hill is, that's like Cape Town, Long Street kind of city vibes. So end of day 2, I'm at what is that place called, man? Like a surfing area with a colourful Maisenberg.
Yeah.
So like end of day 2, I just finished Maisenberg Peak, which
Yeah.
is also close to where Diaz Beach is. So I
Yeah.
kind of knew the mountains because I tracked through that back to. Anyway, I make my way back, and my knee sore and arm sore, and I'm just like, you see, I'm
Yeah.
over this. I'm over this. Get to a little guarding hut, check there's no one there, pull the door, whoosh, it opens. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Go in there, set up myself, sleep inside the hut. There's no charges, so I can't charge my phone.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like honestly, I'm just lost, bro.
Yeah.
Wake up the next morning, broken, like a broken man. I've walked to Cape Town. I've done 2 days in the mountains.
Yes.
That was just too much, bro. I stood there, Bible on, like I sat there like this, like tears, bro.
yeah.
Bible on my head,
Yeah.
tears. Like no, I couldn't even read it. I wanted to read it. I couldn't read it. Just like, okay, so if you quit now,
Yeah.
you're still stuck.
Yeah.
Like, no one's fucking coming for you. You're stuck. Like, if you quit, you're a bitch and you're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, like, thank God I walked through that little area like a week ago, just before I did the mountains. So I knew there was a little town, Driehoek or something like that.
Yeah.
Walked down to the town, which took me like quite a bit off the beaten track again. Got there, refueled, got some bread, got a coffee, charged my phone just enough, got an Uber back.
Wow.
Because I walked there, got an Uber back to where I started from. So
Yes,
like,
yeah,
I feel like
that counts, and
Like-
especially after 50 days of walking, give the man a break.
dude,
Like,
you get sick of it. You get so sick of it. So yeah, I'm at the hut again,
Yeah.
renewed, man. Like I've got new, like just all kinds of energy. Walk to the first peak, easy enough. Walk to the second peak, walk to the third peak, like whatever, how many ever peaks it is. Now we get to peak number 13, Devil's Peak. I've prayed for everyone, I've prayed for everything. Now it's time for my prayer. So we walk up, and if anyone's ever done 13 peaks, you know, you get to a stage, it's like, it says 1001 meters to the peak.
Yeah.
1001 meters. I'm like, okay, cool. I've done this before. I'm going to leave my bag here.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Yeah, that's
the sun is already like gone behind the horizon. So last bit of lights, I put on a headlamp. I'm going to bolt up this,
Yeah.
1.1 kilometers.
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to bolt up here, get to that peak, like say my prayer, bolt back down. Start running up there, quickly start walking.
Did you have a prayer in mind? Was it already something that was like almost developed through this whole journey that you really actually figured out, or was it something that when you got to the peak, you knew what to pray for?
Honestly, I was expecting God to stand there and waiting for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I can't explain to you how desperate I
like
was for answers.
Like the host of Amazing Race, just standing
Yeah,
there
yeah.
waiting.
Well done, my
Well done.
son.
Here's your ticket.
Yes, dude. Like on it, like you
Yeah.
know, I didn't have expectations, bro. Like it was also after I've been to DS Beach, so kind of like all that expectations, like I was content.
Yeah.
I was content.
Okay.
And the closer I got to the top, but just before that, bro, no, it's still building up to that. So
Yeah.
okay, so as I get closer to the top, I'm like obviously thinking like, okay, what am I gonna pray for, dude? And like as I'm busy peaking, all I could say is, I love you, and let your will be done.
Wow.
That's it. I love you, let your will be done. I'm happy. Like, you know, you can make anything of life.
Mm.
Like, if fighting doesn't work, something will work.
Yeah.
And thank God that I've been so persistent. And
Yeah.
thank God that I found my family
Yeah.
and I found my gym. But at that moment, I think I was just so grateful for the journey, so grateful for all the life experience, that the prayer was literally, I love you and let your will be done.
And I think that is something that right through the message was quite prevalent the whole time. Right
Yeah.
through, like, going to the squatter camp family. Let your will be
Yes.
done. You are gonna figure it out, whether it's going well or going bad now. It's gonna work out eventually. At the
100%.
farmers, I'm pretty sure you didn't see that coming. So that is really that's crazy. That is really crazy.
Dude.
And I'm pretty sure that Jaguar opened up that gate for you. So
Like, afterwards, someone showed me, you know, there's like wildcats in there. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe them. I didn't see a wildcat. I just saw cat's eyes, but I was scared shitless. I'm not going to lie to you.
now we are running a little bit out of time. We are definitely gonna have you back on the podcast. But just there is a story of, so when did Russia happen? When did you go to Russia? After that? Before that?
So I went to Dagestan before that.
Okay.
Just before Corona
Yes.
went viral.
Yeah.
So that
Went
was...
viral. like a Taylor Swift song. Yeah, sorry.
It felt like it at this stage. So I was in Dagestan. I did like a 4 or 5 week camp there.
Yeah.
My manager phones me, and that was like, dude, I can't explain. Like, I was in a hospital with bronchitis. So in Russia, they don't just give you antibiotics. They fucking put you up in a hospital room and give you, like, dude, I got some crazy shit, big ass needles,
Yes.
like people shouting at me to take my pills the right way. So after being in hospital for 2 weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks before the fight, I just get out. I'm like prepping myself mentally. I'm a little bit overweight. I had to ask one of these oaks that I met there, like, hey, this hospital food is shit. They give you bread, buckwheat, and like meatballs. That's it. That's all you eat. Please bring me mince rice so I can just stay in diet.
Yes.
Just got out of the hospital, and my manager phones me. He's like, bro, Russia's going to lock down next week, Monday. We need to get you out of here. And I'm like, well, bro, like, I don't have anywhere to go, bro. Just leave me.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah,
It's like undisclosed. We don't know how long it's staying closed.
Yeah.
He got me on the last flight out of there.
Wow.
So then I came back here. Corona happened. The walk happened.
Yes.
And on the walk, literally the last day, I checked the message from him afterwards. I checked it. He told me, hey, we've got a fight for you in like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you want it? So I went there with Dino for that one.
Yeah. So you were, because you did some of your camp in Russia as well.
Yes.
After that.
Yes.
That is where you got the cat.
Yes.
That's where you got the
So
cat.
that was the first time, Lucy.
Yes.
Bro,
So just for everyone that doesn't know, you're in Russia. It's ice cold. It's probably miserable. Most of those guys look like they are not having a great time. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. I think it's just their culture. I don't think like smiling is a big thing over there.
No.
But no one is speaking your language. No one really speaks English, and now you find this cat. Just tell us a little bit about Lucy the
okay,
cat.
so the scenery is I'm living in a Airbnb with 3 roommates.
Okay.
Okay, one is a receptionist for a psychologist. Another one is a bartender at a non-alcoholic like cocktail lounge. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't believe in alcohol there.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I never really quite understood what he did. He went missing for like 2 weeks as well. The cops came for him. Like, I don't know what his deal was. But they're very strict about animals, dude. Like, they're very strict about animals. So I get, like, dude, I was lonely. I was going through life. This cat wouldn't shut up. Like, my room was like right by the door, and I just kept hearing meow, meow, meow.
Yeah.
So eventually I said, okay, come. I'm taking this cat in. Now I'm like, okay, this cat's living in my room. It can't really go into the rest of the house.
Yeah.
But I'm not here the whole time. So if these oaks catch it, I don't know what the habits are. I don't know if they'll fucking try eat it or something. I need to go lay the ground rules, so I'll wait for them all to get back.
Yeah. So you're having like a house meeting almost.
Yeah, straight
Okay.
up. So like I hear the last guy coming, I'm like, okay, cool, time to face the demons. I take the cat, I go out there, but I'm like, yeah,
Oh, so you're already putting
only
your-
one of them like kind of speaks English.
Yeah.
The cocktail guys, I'm like, okay, you translate. He's like, okay, say this is Lucy. He's like, okay, wait, Lucy. Lucy, not food. You don't eat Lucy. He's like, ah! He tunes out. I was like, ah! They all start laughing. I'm like, okay, cool. We don't eat Lucy. Actually, okay, Lucy is mine. Like, relax. I'm gonna keep her in my room. And I tried, man. I tuned my manager. I was like, bro, please, let's find a
this
way
cat
to
back.
get this cat home.
Yeah.
Like like it shows how fucking lonely I actually was during that time.
Yeah.
But we're not going there now. So he's like, dude, you're crazy. Like fucking for a cat, it's unrealistic to bring a cat over. Let me find them a family. We'll make sure the cat's looked after. Like a week later, we found a family. This mother got a cat for the kids. Quite a big drive out of town. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lucy got a home.
Lucy got a home, boy.
Lucy, if you're watching this,
We love you, Lucy.
last thing, Rocky. You are the EFC welterweight champion. What's next?
My brother, honestly, I just want to fight. Like
Yeah.
I told Coach Aswell this week, wherever, however, I just
Yeah.
want to fight. It's been so long. It's been like you've been part of the journey. It's been 2 years since my last fight, and everything for a reason. Everything happens definitely for a reason. But I'm a competitor, and I want to compete. I've got aspirations. I want to join you and Drickus in the UFC.
Yes.
Nothing would make me happier. But if I have to smash another fool in EFC, if I have to smash someone in Abu Dhabi, like whoever wants this, guys, if you are listening, if you're an MMA fighter, if you weigh anywhere from 77 to 84, with exceptions to 93, okay? Bring it. I want it. You don't want it. Like anyone, dude.
100%. I want to ask you, because this is a fight that is obviously very appealing to me, just because of the fact that you can be one of, let's say, I think I can count it on a single hand, the middleweight title,
Dude,
the EFC middleweight title.
EFC came to shoot me this morning.
Yeah.
I dropped the bomb. I said, if either one of those oaks pull out, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm training, I'm refueling,
Yes.
I'm ready for this shit. Like, I just want to compete.
Yeah.
The title, honestly, it was amazing for a moment,
Yeah.
but it's over.
Yes.
It's behind me.
So
We've
you are
accomplished that.
focusing on the future.
We want the future.
That's
and it's like any fight, man.
Marky, I think the future looks bright no matter where you're fighting, and I think the guys are getting smashed. And I've also told you, you are probably the biggest welterweight in the world. You are the biggest welterweight in the world. It's actually quite scary. Every single time we go to the UFC, we go to the PI, we try and take photos with the guys, and it's like there's no welterweight as big as you. It's really scary. And after that last performance, it's hard to deny that you will not only be an international star, but the UFC needs someone like you, because we need another South African there. And
We need another true African.
we need another true African. Yes, that is
From the
100%.
waist down. That's the brand he's speaking. I'm sorry.
If anyone from the podcast, any of your fans want to get in touch with you, where can they do that?
Instagram, Mark Hulme MMA. TikTok, Mark Hulme MMA. Facebook, I'm not too active, guys. And my number is... No,
Gotcha. Mark, thank you so much.
Cammy, my brother.
The EFC welterweight champion and soon to be a UFC welterweight champion, Mark you.
I'm humbled, brother. Thank you so much. Well done, mate. Dude, what a privilege. Oh, soveel van gehad.
Yeah, thank you. I
Holy
waardeer
shit,
dit.
holy shit. MVP, 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 MVP. Ja!
Dit is praks. Ja, ek